Okay, now we come to the second topic, the linear models for classification, logistic regression, and linear SVM. Linear models are also extensively used for classification. Let's look at binary classification first. In this case, a, a prediction is made using the formula. This is W of 0, X of 0 up to W of P, X of P plus bias is greater than 0, or then we make one class, otherwise we make the predict the second class. The formula looks similar to the one linear regression, but instead of just returning the weighted sum of features, we threshold the predicted value. What we do, we threshold the predicted value. If the function is smaller than 0, we predict it as -1 class. If it is larger than 0, we predict it as a +1 class. This prediction rule is common to all linear models for classification. Again, there are many different ways to find the coefficients W and intercept B. Linear models for regression, the output y cap, the predicted output y cap is a linear function of features. A line, plane, or a hyperplane can be used for classification. For linear models for classification, the decision boundary is a linear function of inputs. In other words, linear classifier is a classifier that separates two classes using a line, using a plane, or a hyperplane. We will see examples that in this section. There are many algorithms for learning linear models. These algorithms will differ in the following two ways. The way in which they measures how well a particular combination of coefficients or intercepts fits the training model. How the particular combination of coefficients or intercepts fits the training data, if and what kind of regularization they use. Different algorithms choose different ways to measure what fitting the training set what fitting the training set well means. For technical mathematical reasons, it is not possible to adjust W and B to minimize the number of misclassification the algorithms produce. One might hope for more purposes and many applications. The different choices for item one, this one is the loss function are of little significance. Most common linear classification algorithms are most commonly used linear classification algorithms are logistic regression, implemented in linear model logistic regression function or class, linear support vector machines SVMs, implemented as a SVM linear SVC support vector classifier. Despite its name, logistic regression is a classification algorithm and not a regression algorithm, and it should not be confused with the linear regression. Logistic regression is a classification algorithm, while linear regression is a regression algorithm, and they should not be confused. We can apply the logistic regression and linear SVC models to forge the dataset and visualize the decision boundary as founded by the linear models. Decision boundaries of linear SVM on logistic regression on the forged dataset. So I run this part of code. So sklearn takes the linear model as a logistic regression. It imports the linear SVC, linear support vector classifier. Then it imports the data sets as a make blobs and separates it into training and testing and fits the model on it. These two models, linear SVC and logistic regression, it fits on those two models, and the plots are shown like this. In this figure, we have the first feature of the forged dataset on the x-axis and second feature on the y-axis. First feature on the x-axis and second feature on the y-axis. First feature on the x-axis, second feature on the y-axis. We display the decision boundary founded by linear SVC. Decision boundary. This is the decision boundary using linear SVC, and this is the linear boundary by logistic regression. Separating the areas classified as class 1 on top and class 0 on bottom. In other words, new data points that lies above the black line are classified as one, and the points that are while points below the black line they are classified as zero. The two models come up with similar decision boundaries. These two models, their decision boundaries look like the same. Note that. So talking to these two linear regression model, uh, in new data points that lies above the black line, the points that above this line, they are classified as a 1, and the points that below this line are classified as 0. The two models come up with similar decision boundaries. Their decision boundaries are the same. Note that both misclassify some of the points. By default, both models apply L2 regularization in the same way that Rich does for regression. These two models, linear SVC and logistic regression, they apply L2 regularization in the same way that as does the ridge regression applies. Logistic regression and linear SVC, the trade-off parameter that determines the strength of regularization is called the C. Higher value of C corresponds to less regularization. Higher value of C, it corresponds to less regularization. In other words, when you use a higher value of C, logistic regression and linear SVC try to fit the training set as best as possible. Higher value of C, linear regression and linear SVC, they try to fit the training set as much as possible. While with low value of C, the models put more emphasis on finding a coefficient vector that is closer to zero. When we decrease the value of C, lower value of C puts the model puts more emphasis on finding a coefficient vector that is close to zero. There is another interesting aspect of how the parameter C it acts. Using low value of C will cause the algorithm to try to adjust to the majority of the points. Low value of C, it try to adjust to the majority of the point. While using a higher value of C, when we use the higher value of C, it stresses the importance that each individual point should be classified correctly. So here is the illustration of linear SVC. So I run it like this way. So here we see that C is equal to 0.01, 10, C is equal to 1000. On the left hand side, C has a very small very small value of C corresponds to a lot of generalization, good generalization. A strongly regularized model chooses a relatively horizontal line and misclassifying 2 points. 2 points are misclassified. So this point is belongs to 0, but it is misclassified as 1. And this point is belongs to class 1, but misclassified as 0. In center plot, C is slightly higher. C is slightly higher. The model focuses more on the two misclassified samples. Now it is going to us to adjust the line so that these misclassified are better classified. And now correctly classifying the 2 points in the class, one of the point in class 1 is still misclassified. 1 point is still misclassified here, and point is misclassified here. So now it comes to the figure on the right hand side where it is the value is very high, and the model tilts the decision boundary a lot and now correctly classify all the points in the dataset, but still 1 point is misclassified as it is not possible to classify this point. So the model illustrated on the right hand side tries hard to correctly classify all the points. The model on the right hand side, it tries hard to classify all the points but not capture all the overall layout of the class. Well, in other words, this model is likely overfitting. This model is likely overfitting. Similar to the case of regression, linear models for classification seem very restrictive in low-dimensional space, only allowing for decision boundary that are straight lines or planes. Again, in high dimensions, linear models for classification become very powerful. In high dimensional space, linear models for classification become very powerful and guarding against overfitting because increasingly important when considering more features. Let's analyze now we analyze the linear logistic function in more detail for breast cancer dataset. So we import the breast cancer dataset and we split it training and testing, and we apply the logistic regression uh, for 10,000 iterations. So I run it like this way. So here is the training set accuracy is 95% and test set accuracy is also 95%. So using the default value of C is equal to 1 provides a good performance for training and testing set. But as training and testing set performance are very close, so it may be the facing the problem of underfitting. So let's try to increase the value of C to fit a better flexible model. So we change the logistic using the logistic regression, and now we change the C is equal to 100, and the iteration is again the same, the 10,000, and we see that the training set accuracy has increased to 98% and test set accuracy has increased to 97%. Initially, both were 95%. So using the C is equal to 100 results in higher training set accuracy and also a slightly increased test set accuracy, confirming on intuition that a complex model should perform better. We also investigate that what happens if we use an even more regularized model than the default value of C. What happens when we use C is equal to when we change the value of C. For example, now we have changed the value of C to 0.001 and see that how the model works. Now we notice that the training set accuracy is almost the same, but the test set accuracy has decreased down. So as expected, both training and test set accuracy value decreases relative to the default value, because initially it was 95.8 and now it is 95.3 training set. Decreases for both training and test set. Finally, it looks like at the coefficients learned by the model within the three different settings of the regularization. We plot them. Coefficients learned by logistic regression on the breast cancer dataset. We plot them and we see them. For C is equal to 1, C is equal to 100, and C is equal to 0.001. And we notice that logistic regression applies L2 regularization by default that looks similar to produced by rigid regression. Strong strong regularization pushes the coefficients more and more towards zero. Strong regularization, it pushes more and more coefficients towards zero, though coefficients never become exactly equal to zero. If we desired a more interpretable model, using L1 regularization might help, as it limits the model to use only few features. What does the L1 regularization makes? It tries to use the less features, the few features. Here is the coefficient plot and the classification accuracies for L1 regularization. Coefficients learned by logistic regression with L1 penalty on the breast cancer dataset. So we do it like this way. Training set accuracy, C is equal to 0.001, and logistic regression for C is equal to 0.001. So training set accuracy, and this is test set accuracy. Training set accuracy for C is equal to 1 and test set accuracy for C is equal to 1. Training set accuracy for C is equal to 100 and test set accuracy for C is equal to 100. So as you can see, there are many parallels between linear models for binary classification and linear models for regression. As in regression, the main difference between models is the penalty parameters. The main difference parameters in regression is the penalty parameters, which influences the regularization and whether the model will use all available features or select only a subset of features. So this is a trade-off or a compromise. So in the next lecture, we see the linear models for, in the next part, we will see the linear models for multi-class classification. Thank you.